Well, today we are going to be watching When You See It videos, and I've never started YouTube, but if I can get some subscribers, that would be good. Okay, let's start with the video, When You See It.
I've been doing freelance design work for a few months and enjoy the lazy late mornings and lack of commute, as well as just browsing the web to make the day fly a little faster. I browse Reddit and other sites frequently in search of gems to share with my friends, and often find myself browsing those annoying ad-filled slideshow sites that make you click through mediocre images that don't live up to the clickbait labels. Today I was in the process of exactly this when I stumbled upon a photograph that I will never unsee. It was a random rabbit hole of links that led me there, some uninspired repost of a when you see it you'll shit bricks image that was almost clever, then some related links on the side of the page which led to other lists and slideshows. I was lazily clicking through in search of some sort of fulfillment to break the monotony. I clicked through a slideshow of unimpressive links featuring clearly photoshopped, scary hidden monsters when a face I recognized popped up on my screen. It was a picture of me as a child. There was no shadow of a doubt in my mind. The faded film photo of me in the striped shorts I now remember holding my stuffed frog I'd adored as a child. It was me at around the age of 5 in what looked like a back lawn, but it didn't seem to be my childhood home. It was larger, and the woods lingering on the property in the background looked darker, taller, and a bit unsettling, to be honest. I stared at the photo a bit, trying to wrap my head around how this photo existed, and why was it on an internet slideshow? And then my thoughts shifted to what brought me here in the first place. I scoured the photo a little more carefully and saw the dark form at the edge of the woods. I actually had to bring the image into Photoshop to make out the shape, but as I adjusted the contrast and brightness, it was there, staring at me from the wood's edge. People often have a strong opinion of what is terrifying. Large fangs, evil eyebrows, clowns with knives. People try repeatedly to create horror films that truly scare, but leave the audience with jump scares and loud sounds after a quiet build-up. I used to believe I knew what scary might look like, but I now know I was wrong. As I stared into the desperate, twisted face of that thing in the photo, I only then felt the crippling, absolute fear that I now know exists. That wide-open jaw, screaming in agony, and dead eyes, and those spread-apart teeth on what can't possibly be a human jaw. The hunched form and a horrifically warped spine that trailed behind it. I heard a cracking getting louder and realized that it was my mouse hitting the table. I was shaking violently from an uncontrollable shivering that seized my body. I left the computer and tried to fix lunch but was unable to. I put off my work for the day and tried reverse searching the image on Google with no luck. I looked for a contact email or number on the site, and there was none. I clicked next in the slideshow to get that image off my screen, and my heart stopped. I recognized the next photo. It was my summer camp. Me, bloody-kneed from an earlier fall in the front row in my muddy shorts and wide grin. Bobby, my new best friend, was next to me giving me rabbit ears on my head with his fingers. And that meme font was there again. When you see it... ... I began to sweat and panic tensed my muscles. I began to search the photo for what hidden nightmare must be and again had no luck, so decided to bring it into Photoshop and adjust the levels. In the dark patch of shadow behind the cabin, I saw that horrific face that caused me to shake uncontrollably. That awful face. That is the only thing that will ever truly scare me in this life. I clicked next, my college dorm upon moving in. I'd taken this photo with a Polaroid camera. The photo was still in a box in my closet. I know this. I just went through it last week. I could see that face outside of the dorm window, leering from the wood's edge. Just a blur, but unmistakable now. My mind was reeling, and I felt I was losing balance, losing a tenuous grasp on sanity. An absolute horror climbed my spine in ripples. I ran to the closet and ripped open the box, scattering photos on the wooden floor. I saw the photo, the actual photo, and that thing was in it. In the same place, barely identifiable, but clearly visible. I ran to the bathroom, overcome with nausea, and vomited a painful stream of bile into the sink after a seemingly endless coughing fit. I looked at myself, red eyes bulging with fright and face red and dripping with sweat. I turned on the sink to splash water on my face and tried to wrap my head around how this was possible, around what that horrible thing in the woods was. I was planning my next steps, who to contact and bring into this to help me figure it out, to find the host of this site or what this meant, when I saw it in the mirror, barely visible behind the translucent shower curtain with those wider-than-wide white eyes. And
well, I reckon that will be enough for now today, and I hope I get like 50 or 100 subscribers or something like that. And yeah, that's enough for today, and that was my first time and my first YouTube channel. I hope you like it, and put down in the comments if you saw it. And I hope you have a good day too.